trainer and manager Rich Barnum joins me now on Your Sport Swindon. Rich, we're here today to talk about Veresport. Tell us more.
Okay, so Veresport's an idea that Kev Metcalf came up with a couple of years ago, away from boxing, and it was more to do with speedway at the time. And it's effectively a sports management company where Veresport can look after sports people from various sporting backgrounds and help commercially manage careers. Now, after a while, that dropped. Kev wasn't really involved in boxing, so I've been speaking to Kev on and off on a regular basis about setting up some kind of business to help manage outside of the sport that the individual will be in on their career, during and after their particular sport. So we've come up with Veresport Management, and Veresport Management, there's two sides of the business. There's a managerial side for the sports person, and there's a commercial aspect where certain promoters are putting shows on locally and anywhere in the UK to actually organise a show, whether it's amateur, unlicensed or professional boxing. There's a lot of work, a lot of effort and time that goes into it, and a lot of the promoters don't have a team around them, or a big enough team around them, to actually put everything that they need to, get all the resources there, and also financially build up a great show. So from that aspect, the commercial side of Veresport is we are here to help promoters and managers of shows to market the show, sell the show for them, take away the detail. Okay, so we can help sell the tickets for them, we can help gain new sponsors, we can help with media commitments, etc. So all the promoter has to think about is promoting the show, putting the show together and putting the card together and get those aspects right. So we'll take away a lot of the earache, a lot of the phone calls, a lot of the time spent on emails, etc., chasing businesses and potential sponsors. So that's one side of it. The other side of it is to actually manage a sports person's career. Now, first of all, we're starting with boxing, naturally, and we'd already look after a handful of boxers, and that's not to manage their boxing career, but it's to manage what comes outside of the boxing career, which is their own sponsorship, get them PR, get them media exposure, and eventually, you know, should those boxers retire from their career, make sure as best we can that they have something to go on to, or they've made enough of a good living to not have to worry about what do they do after the career. So that's what we're all about. We're not just focusing on boxing. There are several sports that we're looking into, and we're speaking to several people about in these other areas. So it's exciting. We're currently signing quite a number of boxers. Obviously, our number one is Kelly Morgan, and we are planning the second half of Kelly's career right now. This statement's gone out that she's suffered an injury. Thankfully, it's nothing major, it's just a slight delay. And when Kelly gets back onto the road, we'll have a warm-up fight, and then we should be straight back into that world title contingency once more. So Kelly's spearheaded Veresport, and we have plenty of other boxers that I currently manage under my boxing licence that fall into the fold of Veresport that we are helping, and we are now looking to sign other boxers. We have one to announce today, and then next week we're going to have a second boxer that we're going to announce. So it's coming together very well, and we're becoming quite busy. We're about to work with a well-respected promoter down on the south coast who holds staging a big show on May the 12th. There's 4 title fights with 4 major bouts on that show, and a big undercard also. So we're in discussions with him right at this moment in time, and we should start working on that later on this week. So it's exciting.
Using Kelly as the example, because she's the first signing for Veresport, and a little bit with your trainer's hat on as well, how useful has it been for Kelly already? It's only a few months in, I know, but what are the benefits to Kelly and her career?
The benefits to Kelly and her career initially are the support from sponsors. We working together, and with the contacts that Kev has in his other business, there's a lot of high-profile businessmen in the locality around the Swindon, the Wiltshire area, but also further afield, that he already has this relationship with them. We can get these people together to discuss what our package is and what our plans are, and what we can offer that business and what we can do for that business to give them the maximum exposure we can. So already Kelly's picked up a number of sponsors from Veresport, and we are still speaking to quite a few others about her journey to the world title.
And as you explained before, it's taken a lot of the mundane but essential work off of her hands that any other sports star would generally have to do themselves, or rely on their manager or PR people or marketing people to do that for them. So that surely gives her more time to train.
Yeah,
which is one of the most important things.
Exactly. It's taking away any pressure. You need this doing, we'll do it for you. We can suggest, right, we'd like you to do this PR event because off the back of it we can organise this for you. So it's any media commitments, any PR commitments, any other marketing type of commitments that someone in Kelly's position gets approached by people all the time on social media, also phone calls, etc. And it's like all day long, where all she needs to do is train and rest. Don't need to be answering the phone every 10 minutes because somebody wants a signed glove or this and that. It comes all through Veresport. So we take that hassle away. And that's the idea. Not only taking the hassle away, but also generating more income, for these sports individuals.
Yeah, and boxing in particular, like many other sports, it's a tough sport to get on in, and it's okay when you reach the top and you become a Floyd Mayweather. Maybe in football, if you become a Wayne Rooney or someone like that. But the stepping stones are hard, and there's hard times financially as well, aren't there, for a lot of these sports people?
Yeah, some of these sports people where they make the decision that this is going to be their sole career, they're not working outside of it. It's extremely hard, and you need that financial support. And the only way you gain that financial support is from sponsors. And they have to be good quality sponsors. We have to find out what they want in return for their money, which will be PR events, etc. And it can be a whole scope of things. But as long as they see value in supporting the individual, then they're happy to continue to sponsor, and that sponsorship is invaluable to all sports people.
And who have you got under the Veresport sport banner at the moment, as well as Kelly, and how many roughly have you got coming on board in the near future?
At this moment in time, we've got 5 under there, and we're always being approached and speaking to other sports people, not just boxers. But we've got 2 sign-ins to announce in the next week. One today, one next week, and there are more. We're being approached, and we're speaking to men and women all the time. So it's exciting. It's exciting times.
Okay, Rich, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Cheers.